Hey, Fae folk, welcome and welcome back. I feel like this is rapidly becoming Reese's channel. Like, this is not even my channel anymore. She's been in the basement so often lately, but I'm not complaining. I hope you aren't either. Anyway, though, for the video today, we're going to be doing the first dolls I do want video of 2025. So my last upload was the opposite, where I did dolls I don't want, which is just like any dolls that have either recently released or are going to be releasing soon that I don't plan on buying. But today, we're going to talk about all of the ones that I do want, the dolls that I think are exceptionally designed and that I'm really excited to come out. So it's going to be a nice, positive, happy video today. We have, again, just Monster High and Barbie to take a look at, but trust me, I will blab enough for this to be like a good video. Of course, these are just going to be my opinions. If you hate all these dolls and you think my taste is trash, that's fine. Like, we are allowed to think different things. Just do please be kind about it in the comments down below. But without further ado, you want to get into the video with me? I was really hoping she would meow. Sometimes when I say her name, she meows, but alas, not this time. Anyway, let's jump into the video. Ma'am! Alrighty, so we're going to open this video up with Monster High, and we're also opening up on an absolute banger. I think this might be the doll that I'm like the most anticipating that we're going to be talking about today. This is G3 Nephra. And I don't even know what to say. I just think she's so wildly beautiful. Like, she takes my breath away. This doll is phenomenal. I honestly think that like most, if not all, of the G3 redesigns I have personally liked. I kind of am just like a big G3 fan in general. Y'all know this. This Nephra though, oh man, she's hitting good. She's hitting real good. She's so beautiful. I think the color scheme is amazing. Not only in the sense that like it's pretty, but also I think it's really well done. There's a lot of colors going on here. The gold and the purple, and like some pieces look almost sort of pink, the teal, and some pieces look almost sort of blue. There's black. Like, there's a lot happening here. But I feel like it's balanced so well and managed so well that I personally don't find any of the colors overwhelming, and I think that they're very harmonious in this design. She just looks so good. I think there's a lot of really fun, like, referential stuff to her original G1 doll. Like, the hairstyle is very similar. She also has the sort of, like, cuff on her ponytail. The handle for her bag is, like, the exact same mold almost as her original doll. So, like, she has a lot of the essence of G1 Nephra, but for me personally, it's just like turned up to 11. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know what to say. I know I promised in the intro that I would like be blabbing enough to make this a good video, but she genuinely takes my breath away. I almost screamed when I saw her on Instagram. Like, this is top tier. And it's funny because I feel like every time we get a new G3 redesign, I'm like, wow, how could it possibly get better? And then somehow it gets better. I literally cannot wait for this doll to hit shelves. I know so many people are so excited. I am obviously one of them. I'm going to be going feral for her. So anticipate that in the future. Whenever she comes out, I'm going to be going absolutely batty, but I have to talk about other dolls too. So let's move on. Well, Reese has taken her leave now that she's thoroughly covered me in cat hair. Anyway, moving on to the Scary Sweet birthday line, we're going to jump in and talk about Cupid first, who is another returning character from Gen 1 to G3, and also like a returning character from Ever After High to now back to Monster High with G3. There's a lot of Cupid lore. We're not going to talk about that today. We're just talking about the aesthetics of the doll. And I will say, with this whole line, we do have images of like the dolls like this, like you're seeing now, and then also inbox images, and it does look like there's some differentiation between the colors in different things. It's kind of weird. I mean, I know everyone's kind of assuming that the inbox photos are going to be the finals. That's probably true, but also like we haven't seen these dolls in person yet, so who really knows? I'm just gonna look at these stock photos and just go with it. And like, I know that there might be some differences, but like the differences that I've noticed, like with Cupid, like her cage skirt in the inbox photo is pink instead of gold. It doesn't particularly bother me. Some people are saying that her skin tone looks more pink, but I think it's possible it's just the lighting. I don't know. So I'm not going to like really dive deep into that because I don't think any of the changes made really affects my opinions on these dolls too much. So taking a look at Cupid as she is here in like the nice white background stock photo, I do think this is a solid redesign. I know a lot of people don't like that it feels very cutesy, and I do completely understand that. G3 in general gets a lot of critique for being too cutesy. I've talked about it before that I don't think that it's actually like that much cuter than G1 of Monster High. I think G1 just like was the first time we saw anything like that, so it felt more extreme than it actually was. I can acknowledge that this Cupid is like significantly more cutesy than most of the characters that we see in G3. I kind of think it makes sense. It's literally Cupid. Like, I know that G1 Cupid was more on the creepy side. I can understand if people prefer that one. That's obviously fine. Like, you're allowed to have your own opinion. I just like, it doesn't bother me for a Cupid doll to be on the cutesy side personally. So, taking a look at this, the things that I love, hairstyle, immaculate. This is so good. You know what? Actually, I am going to comment on this. This is another thing that people are saying has changed in the like inbox photo versus this photo. They're saying that like now she just has like a ponytail with looser curls and it's less of this big poof. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I think it's the same hairstyle. I think that it's just that this one is styled immaculately for the stock photo and the other one is just like a random doll in a box. Like, I don't think it's actually that different. I think this one is just the ponytail's like pulled up a little higher and the curls are tighter and neater because this is the stock photo. I don't really think it's like that big a difference like people think that it is. That could just be me. Maybe I'm just being a little shit, but I personally don't think it's that big a difference. I think that it's not going to be too hard to kind of zhuzh the hair that this Cupid actually comes with into looking like this stock photo. And I think it's absolutely a beautiful style. Love the face. I think it's very fun. I think the silhouette for her is really good. And the legs look like they might be transparent, which y'all know I'm a sucker for. I like that they did keep that black gradient on her legs that's kind of referential to the original G1 Cupid. So that's all super, super solid. I personally think that I'm going to like mine because I'm going to buy her. Obviously, she's in this video. A lot more after I do a teensy bit of customizing. I am really sad that they ended up giving her this like candy heart print all over her underdress slash romper. I can't quite tell which it is from the images that we have. I just think that it really cheapens the look. There's one thing being kind of cutesy and another being kind of cheap, and that one, it just feels a little bit cheapy, especially layered with everything. It kind of feels like too much, kind of not the vibe. So I'm probably going to end up like giving her a different dress or trying to like dye it to all one color to like make it more subtle or something. I don't really know how I'm going to fix it yet, but I have to do something about that because the candy hearts are actively driving me crazy. That's like the thing that I think is too cutesy with this doll. And then the other thing that bothers me is her headband. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I hate the random teal in the hearts. And I kind of agree. I don't think it would bother me as much if it felt like the teal was more a part of other elements of her design, but it's just her eyes and then the hearts up there. And then the rest of the headband isn't painted. Like the XOXO on the biggest heart in the headband isn't painted. So it just feels like a weird choice to have painted the two teal hearts and like nothing in the middle. So I think I'm going to need to paint some extra detail onto the headband, maybe change the color up. And once I make those changes, I think this is going to be an amazing doll, a doll that I am super, super excited to have in my collection. I still like a lot of elements of her. It really is just those couple of little things that I think need to be tweaked for her to be kind of perfect in my eyes. So not as enthusiastic about Cupid as I am about Nephra, but I do still think that she has a lot of potential, and I am still really excited to see her, and obviously I still want her. Next up, we have the Draculaura from this line, and I do feel like I probably should acknowledge the fact that in her inbox pictures, her hands aren't painted black. Like in the stock photo, like proper, you can see that she has sort of like gloves. She's got little cuffs that are like bracelets basically at her wrists, and then her hands are painted black to be like gloves. And then in the inbox picture, she doesn't have her hands painted black, so it's more just like little cuffs. You know, it's not super if that is how she comes. I do think that's kind of lame if they took that away. That being said, I'm just gonna dip it in black paint and make my own gloves. So like, is it disappointing? Sure, but like I'm not horrified by it. Outside of that, just looking at this image, this is phenomenal. No notes. Like, this is genuinely such a beautifully designed Draculaura. Much like Nephra, I'm kind of speechless. This line in total is very like referential to the Sweet 1600 line from Gen 1. Like, it's Draculaura's birthday was the theme for both of these lines. And I personally think this is way better than what we got in G1. I'm so sorry. I'll pop the two images side by side of like the Draculaura and the Sweet 1600 line versus her Scary Sweet Birthday. She looks so much better to me now. Like, I know I'm a G3 apologist, but come on, this is so good. It's not even funny. Her skirt, the different fabrics that we've got there, the overall silhouette just feels perfect for Draculaura. I love her high pigtails and the V-bang. This is just genuinely so fabulous. Might be the best Draculaura that we've gotten out of G3. I know a lot of other people feel that way as well. She is a stunner. She's so beautifully designed. Like I said, no notes. Like, she's just absolutely gorgeous. I know people are going to go feral for this doll, and I am one of them. I need her now. And then lastly, for both Monster High and the Scary Sweet Birthday line, we have this Frankie. I'm so excited about this Frankie. It feels like it's been quite a while since I've actually wanted to buy a new Frankie doll. Like, G3 got me into Frankie. Now they are one of my favorite characters, and I have a couple of their dolls that I really, really enjoy. But the last several have just not really been it for me personally. Obviously, again, you're perfectly allowed to have liked the last several Frankie releases, but I just haven't been interested. And so it's so, so refreshing to see a Frankie that I really love again. Honestly, much like Draculaura, no notes. Like, this is so perfect to me. I love the asymmetry in their design with one really nice dramatic poof sleeve. Y'all already know I'm a sucker for that. The cage skirt being asymmetrical, I think is a really lovely touch, and it lets us see a little bit more of the fabric underneath, which I think is this really cool plaid with, it looks like metallic stitch detail painted on there. So, so, so good. They might not come with a pink leg, which I feel nothing about. Like, I am not a pink Frankie person. I do think that they look significantly better with less pink. I do like the pink leg on this doll. Like, I won't be upset if in some twist of fate they end up coming with the pink leg, but like, I'm also totally fine with the silver. I don't really care. The shoes are so good. I love how strappy they are. I think the blue color is really, really pretty. Everything is just fabulous. Also, they have their side shave. Yes, they always have the side shave in the show, but like, most of their dolls have not gotten that. I think that maybe their Ghoul Spirit one way back in like the first couple of releases for G3 was the only doll of Frankie's that has gotten a side shave. Is that right? No, also maybe Neon Frights. I think Neon Frights also got one, but like, we haven't gotten that many Frankie dolls that have a side shave. They have it here, and I love it. I mean, I also have a side shave, so of course I do. I have seen some people being like, that's kind of weird that she has a side shave with a ponytail. No, it is not. They can wear that if they want. I wear my hair like that sometimes. I'm just being ornery at this point, but I genuinely love the hair. I'm so happy that this is what the designers went with for them. They just look so good. And the makeup, it's flawless. The like very soft, like gradient, but dark lip. I'm so obsessed. I'm so excited to like this Frankie. I'm so excited to get my hands on them. So super duper pumped for honestly most of the Scary Sweet Birthday lineup. But now we have to move on to Barbie because there are also a couple of dolls from them that I am side-eyeing positively. So there are only two Barbies that I wanted to address in today's video. The first of which is a Dream Besties from the new roller skating lineup. This is the Barbie, and oh my god, the butterfly theming is so good. That shirt, it looks like it's sort of a tube top that has this big 3D butterfly on the front. And I love it. I love it so much. Y'all know I love a good butterfly theme. And the shorts, too, are really cute. The fact that her knee pads are in the shape of butterflies. There's so much to love about this doll. The dip dye hair, too, is really, really cool. The only thing holding me back is kind of the face. I haven't had a Dream Besties yet, partially because of that. Partially it's just been because, like, the other fashions also haven't really interested in me until this lineup. But I just think this outfit is phenomenal. On the flip side, though, I'm really nervous that I'm not going to like the face in person because I don't even think I've seen them in person yet. If I have, I haven't like noticed them. I've kind of just breezed past the shelves. So I'm nervous that I'm not going to end up liking the base doll for Dream Besties just because I am sort of on the fence about their head mold and everything. So I'm like excited for the outfit, a little bit nervous for the base doll. So my thought process is I'm going to get this one hopefully on a sale if I can manage that, or like with a gift card or something. I would like to get her as sort of a test run because that way, even if I don't like the base doll, I do know that I love the outfit and I can repurpose the outfit for a different doll. Like, I can dress a different doll in it and that will be fine. That being said, if I do like this doll, I have another one that I need to like retroactively take off of the dolls I don't want list and add to this one, which is the Brooklyn, because she is a close second for me outfit wise. But again, with me not being sure if I actually like the base doll, I don't want to like go out and buy both right away, you know? So Barbie's going to be my experiment. And then one way or another, I will at least have pieces of her that I'm happy with. And then if I really, really love her, I'm also going to grab Brooklyn because she's a cutie patootie. So I'm really hoping that this turns out because I do think this is a super, super solid design. And then lastly for the video, from the second wave of the Barbie Deluxe style dolls, this one is like the kind of blue themed doll. I think this outfit is really fun. This whole lineup has sort of a metallic theme, and the other three dolls, it's unfortunate because I like the base dolls, but I just am not vibing with the outfits. This one is sort of the opposite. We'll get there in a second. I do like the outfit. I think this is fun. It's like a metallic sweatshirt and then a metallic skirt here with the belt, I think really helps. I like her choker. Like, that's all a vibe. I just think it's kind of fun and funky. I like the colors. I like the way it reflects. It's all super duper. I have no problem with her face. That's not what I'm referencing when I say I don't like the base doll. It's this dumb little top knot. I am not opposed to like a half up, half down style where there's like a bun at the top of the head. The thing is that I've noticed that with dolls across brands, this is not a uniquely Barbie problem. They place it so far to the front of the head that it looks really awkward. Like, I feel like it looks better. You can't see. Like back here instead of up here. I just think that's like a better placement for a top knot on a doll. So looking at her, the hairstyle is what's killing her for me. Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm talking about dolls instead of about you, my precious. That's my bad. I love you, Reese. I really do think that this is very, very much like the first reboot Amaya, like the slime Amaya that we got, where I liked her outfit, but the whole doll, like the package was kind of questionable to me. However, I have restyled her. Actually, let me just grab her. That's probably easier so you can actually see. So this is how I've restyled mine. So I gave her like half up pigtails. She still has some hair down and then two little braids in the front. And I think this doll is like, not to toot my own horn, but astronomically cuter than how she came with just like the basic straight hair. And now I absolutely adore her. Like, I love looking at her. When I first got her, it was like, okay, I like the outfit. I feel like maybe I can do something with the base doll or like I'll reuse the outfit. And now I just love her. Like, I just love looking at her. So I'm going to put her back on the shelf so I can keep talking about Barbie, but I think that that's a really important example because I honestly get the same vibes from this doll. My immediate reaction upon seeing the stock photo is like, I'm not 100% sold, but it really is just the hair. I do not like how the hair is styled. When I break it down, I like the face. I know, come here, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I like the face though, and I do think that the outfit has a lot of potential. I think the hair is single-handedly ruining this doll for me. So we're just going to take a leap of faith, and I want to get her so that I can restyle her hair, and I'm hoping that the same thing will happen where, like, just like with Amaya, I was kind of like, yeah, this is fine, and then I'm like, I love her now. I think that's what's going to happen with her. So I'm putting my faith in my hair abilities, which I don't really have many hair abilities, but I think I can do something better than the top knot, which is really all that I have to accomplish. So she's going to be like another bit of a project, but I think she's going to come out really beautiful. I was about to film my outro, but just kidding. We're actually not done. I forgot one of the Monster High dolls. I don't know how. I just like skipped past her picture. So I am filming this the day after I filmed my Dolls I Don't Want video, which means that I actually haven't posted that video yet, which means that I don't know how everyone else is feeling yet about the Sculptment Secrets Series 6, I think, the Hollywood Mysteries. But in that video, I ranted for a while about the fact that everyone on Instagram at least seems to be raving about these dolls. And I think that for the most part, they're kind of butt ugly. I talked about the Claudine and the Frankie in the Don't Want video. Caddy is in this video because I think that I can salvage her, okay? Kind of the same vibes as like the Barbie Deluxe style doll where I feel like she needs some editing to be good. Same thing kind of with Cupid too, actually. I think this Caddy has potential beyond just the base doll. Like, I did like the base dolls for Claudine and for Frankie, but like, I thought their outfits were not salvageable. I think Caddy's might be salvageable. So once again, I like the base doll. She's got tinsel in her hair, which is fun. I think the blue eyeshadow is like a fun little thing to do. The pink skirt, really working for me with her. She's got what looks like a bodysuit underneath there. I do think the gloves are sort of a different vibe on Caddy. I cannot explain to you why. She just has an aura about her that is like really working for me with the bare bones of this outfit. I do think that the boots look pretty solid. I still hate the excessive amount of plastic. It's just an ungodly amount of plastic. And like I said in that video, I think it's weird to have a line that is ostensibly supposed to be about glamour and Hollywood and fanciness and luxury, and just having so much plastic, like plastic all over. I cannot do it. I think probably I would end up removing definitely the chest piece. That's got to go. I don't like the blue color of the belt. I don't mind Caddy having blue accents, but I do think I like it more when it's like very, very tiny accents. Like I said, I like the eyeshadow. I think that's cool. If her nails were painted blue, I think that would be cute. I just don't like it when it's this much blue. So I feel like maybe the skirt or the belt, maybe if I like chrome out the plastic pieces and then I chrome that as well, so it's more of a silvery color, I might like the belt. And then the choker's fine. It's just the chest piece is throwing me off and the color of the belt is throwing me off. So not vibing with that. And the jacket, I want to like it, but it's just too much blue for me. Again, I think that if it were just the mesh portion, oh my God. If it were just the mesh portion where it's got like these little metallic lines, like cracked glass almost going throughout that, in the blue, that's fine. But the blue fur, that's where it feels like too much for me. It's just like a lot happening. I guess I could try to dye it black, but like, I don't know if that's really what I want either. I kind of feel like that should be either a lighter pink, like the fur at the bottom of her skirt, or like a white maybe. So I don't know. I'm not convinced on the jacket either. It's really just, I mean, I do like Caddy and G3 in general. I feel very emotionally attached to that doll with her size and her shape. It feels more like a shape and size that I can relate to. So I really do feel connected to her more. Maybe that's why I'm willing to give her more of a chance than the Frankie or the Claudine. But I do think she can be salvaged. I just don't think that she looks good as she comes. Like, I still think that as she's styled in this image with all of this junk all over her, it's still too much. I still don't like it. Like, I still don't think she looks good. But unlike the other two, I think that I could make Caddy look good. So I don't know if I'm going to end up paying full price. But I do want a second Caddy doll. I want to get to see her in a different outfit. So I will probably end up buying her on a sale so that I can like fix her up and give her the glam she actually deserves. But with that, we actually are done now. I cannot believe I almost forgot to talk about her. Like, she's kind of an important element of this. But yeah, we are actually done now. Definitely would love to hear all of your thoughts on the dolls that I discussed today. This was kind of an interesting one. I feel like most of the dolls I do want videos are like just me gushing, whereas this one definitely had a lot more dolls where I was like talking about the things that I would want to edit to make them perfect. Kind of an interesting random theme. Don't know if that's going to continue. I don't know if that's just like the dolls or whether that's something changing in my collecting habits, but I still am really, really excited for these dolls. So like I said, would love to hear your opinions on them, but that is going to be it for me for today, guys. I do hope you were able to enjoy the video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night, whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.